I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'll have myself on mute. So, welcome to another live session of Battle Rap Street Team. Today, we're going to do a follow up of Mr. Hotspot, excuse me, song Goodness Gracious. So, there's more information that came out about this song. So, to refresh your memory, I'm going to play the song first, the snippet, and then the song from Yachty and Drake. Okay.
When you smile, you're showing goodness, graciousness, gracious. I mean, when you smile, because there's goodness, gracious, gracious. I mean, when you smile, you're showing goodness, graciousness, gracious. I mean, when you smile, because there's goodness, gracious, gracious. When you smile, you're showing goodness, graciousness, gracious.
Okay, and so now I'm trying to pull up the one with Drake and Yachty. They had a whole song on it. I can't find it at the moment. I thought I had it right here available. Hold on, let me see. I don't want to spend too much time trying to find it. But it's already on my reaction video. So you can go to the reaction video that we did with it, with the Goodness Gracious song, with Yachty and Drake. And we basically said that Yachty's part was the worst part of the song. Drake's part was actually pretty good. And I really felt that if it was going to be a legit single, that Drake should have a woman's voice as the contrast versus Yachty's. Well, since then, there's been more development about the song. So apparently, this was Yachty's idea to leak the song to Kai Cenat. Everybody thought it was Drake at first, but it was actually Yachty's. And the reason why he did that was because him and Drake created the song, or not really created, sampled Goodness Gracious from Mr. Hotspot, and decided to ask him, can he clear the sample? And so Mr. Hotspot says no, because he's actually walking in the path of righteousness, if you will. He's, and apparently from what I was able to research, he's been doing this for a while. He's always been like more in the Christian faith and what have you. So he didn't want to associate the song Goodness Gracious for what he valued the song to be about, smiling and being happy, positive vibes, right? Whereas Drake and Yachty was making the song as basically sex. And he's like, I don't want to associate myself with that. So from there's been a lot of discussion about if he should have actually, went ahead and cleared it or not. So we're going to discuss that. I have a couple of pods that I want you to see. I want you to see the Yachty's interview since the development of the song dropping, and also some discussion from Joe, and also Joe Button podcast, and also Roy and Mal, because those are the ones that I got to see mostly that was talking about it. So we're going to go ahead and start there. So just bear with me, and I'm going to make sure. And while I'm doing that, we're going to go ahead and look at this ad from CIMC. They are, again, your Chester Interactive Medical Coding Program. They have classes starting in October if you are interested in becoming a medical coder. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with the Flagrant podcast because this is with Andrew Schultz and them. They have the Flagrant and Flagrant 2. And this is where the interview about when Yachty was discussing how the song ended up leaking onto the internet. So we're going to start there.
Work so hard on
They're
music.
inevitable.
So they're inevitable.
I mean, they suck, but they're inevitable. What can you do?
But can you use them as marketing?
I sent a song to Kai to leak.
Yes, I see this.
Right. We couldn't get the sample cleared.
Now, notice on this part, he's saying that the first question was from Andrew Schultz was discuss how convenient or inconvenient is leaks. And notice Yachty says, I don't like leaks, right? It's inevitable, but I don't like leaks, right? So he says that, then goes into how the leak happened for Kai. He sent Kai Cenat the leak for Goodness Gracious.
So I just let Kai play it.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So that's not coming out.
No. But it's everywhere.
Yeah, but it's just a snippet.
No, I let him play the whole song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I tried to listen to it and it felt like the quality was.
I mean, maybe, but shit, it's still out there.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. How does that work business wise? I know that your man, maybe he doesn't charge you, but let's.
Kai?
No. I'm talking about Drake. So it's like if you have, if you have a feature for
I don't think Jake charges anyone. I think he's not doing the feature if he don't fuck with you.
Okay, so outside of Drake, let's say you had a feature, it's on a song, the sample doesn't get approved, and you leak it. Do you still have to pay that artist for that verse, even though you're not putting it out and making any money off it?
No, but you, the only people you like give feature to, they're paying before.
Mm-hmm.
You pay me before I do the verse.
Someone
pay me for the verse and not giving me the verse, then you paying me, and you pay me before I even do it because I probably don't know you.
Gotcha.
But you'll make a song with someone else's music then hope that they give you the rights.
What do you mean?
Like in this situation,
the sample?
you couldn't get the sample cleared.
Yeah, but this wasn't an artist. This was an Instagram social media influencer.
And they.
So I paused it right there. So Andrew asked, well, do you give any money? Do you give any money to the artist who clears if they have to clear a sample, and if not, do you have to give them any money? And he said, well, no. Well, this is just a Instagram influencer. So right there is like, okay, yeah, he's an Instagram influencer, but he made the song. You didn't make the song. So right there is a disrespectful manner in itself where Yachty isn't even thinking about the person as an artist, because it's like, well, you made the song, yeah, but you're you're an influencer, so it really doesn't matter. So I went ahead and leaked it because he said no. Now he's going to go a little bit further about why he said no.
Wouldn't clear a sample?
Yeah, he went down like a Christian path.
Wow. Oh, that's okay, I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But then aren't there certain artists that they're so big where it's like, hey, you pay me and I also want points on this song. So now it's like that artist can't get the points on the song because...
Yeah, but it's still the song is, if it's a good song, it's like you get to perform it, you get to...
That's good. You making the money on the road. Like, yeah.
Can you share how much money was offered to the Instagram influencer that turned it down?
He just, we didn't, I don't think we got into money. He was like, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
So here he's saying that the guy said no, he didn't want him to clear the song, but Yachty clearly wanted it to be heard because it was a fire song. So what we're hearing from Yachty is that, okay, one, he's not an artist, because if he was an artist, he would have paid him, right? Two, since he's an Instagram influencer Who cares? You just so haven't made a hot song. Okay, you changed your life. That's great. But this song is so fire that we wanted everybody to hear it. The shame about it again is that one, you're not respecting the person who told you no. And two, you wasn't even a good part of the song. But let's go, and I'm going to fast forward just a couple of minutes to go ahead and get into the next pod.
There's somebody out there who Benny's cachet changed because of that. I'm putting out the slaps.
I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip it on you. Is
Okay.
it, if, let's say The Rock comes on this couch and he does an interview. Everybody like, this The Rock, this most famous man on earth. He comes on this couch, does an interview, and he got a shirt on that has a sign, and they're like, yo, Joe, you can't leak the episode because The Rock was, man, you motherfucking crazy. You motherfucking crazy. This is gonna change my life. I'm not doing that. And if you got looking from Yachty's standpoint, I got a record with Drake. I think it's hard. It's the right time. They ain't gonna let me get it out. Who can I get it to that can get it to the people? I actually think what Yachty did was more pure. I think what he did was more pure. He gave it to the people rather than trying to take advantage of making money from it.
Yo, bigger than this, if I support what you saying, then I got.
Now, on this, the only one that really stood on business to me, and when you see the full episode, is actually Ice. Because Ice is saying, well, he's speaking from the guy's standpoint, Mr. Hotspot standpoint. Like, look, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Drake. I don't care if it's Drake and Beyonce. If I'm telling you no, because it's what I created, then it's no. Whereas, and at first when I heard that, I was like, wow, Joe isn't even respecting this dude's artistry. And you're an artist because if somebody just sampled your stuff, you would have taken that as a disrespect and start lawyering up and everything, getting, your rights for this song. So why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you respect the other, Mr. Hotspot? But I guess what Joe was trying to do is show you both sides, from the person who has the hot song with the premier artist, which would be Drake, versus the person who's like, I don't care about the premier artist, which is Mr. Hotspot. So I understand that Joe was trying to put both sides on this. Also, we can get to Maul and Rory and Maul. They also have a view of that as well. Whereas Maul is saying, well, it's Drake and it's Yachty, and you trying to act like you're holier than thou. But like Damaris and Rory, and especially because Rory makes music as well, and Julian is all like, no, that's not right. If this guy says no, then you should abide by what he's trying to say. He doesn't want his art to be associated with your art, regardless of how fire the track is. He got the right to say no. But let's continue a little bit more.
To lose all of the leaks that I've gotten because samples weren't cleared, and I'm not willing to commit to that.
I'm talking about this specific one. Again, once I found out they from the same area, that's even more the reason now. Like you from
Nigga,
right here.
I don't get dog.
That's even more reason to say yes to me.
About all of that.
But
I
again,
tried to
certain
do it
people,
the right way.
Certain people's shit don't sit right within them. They're not gonna say yes no matter what. Ain't no amount of money behind it. Ain't no amount of. I don't care if it's Drake and Beyonce on it. If it don't align with who I am, the answer is a no. It sounds like this. What's his name, Mr.
Hotspot.
Mr. Hotspot is one of them type of dudes. Because I did see another gentleman come out. He was like, "Yo, I work with the influencer company, and we were trying to reach out to him to do some content marketing, and it was a big bag attached to it, and he turned that down because it does not align with who he is.
That's beautiful.
He's just one of them type of dudes.
I love it.
Respect.
Good fam.
See, right there, he's not that. It didn't align with him. But you hear everybody's trying to say, well, that, it's a bag, it's Drake, and this isn't really about Drake. This is just about the respect of somebody's artistry, regardless of who it is. If you're an artist and you made this music, they say that art is attached to the person's soul who created, because that, because of what they put into it and everything. And if he's at that time in his life, regardless if that's how he was before or he just started walking through the path, and he's telling you no, then that should be respected. I really feel like they move the goalposts depending on who it is, right? And they're speaking as if Yachty don't have other songs with Drake. Like it's not like this is Yachty's first time recording with Drake. Yachty and Drake records all the time. So you mean to tell me just throw all my principles away for you to have yet another song with Drake? I don't see I don't understand that point. I really don't. But let's continue.
So if this is who he is, and you still just go around that and say, "Yo,
Niggas do
dogs,
not have
No,
to
no, no, no,
respect
no.
him.
But see, you're saying it wrong. You said the order is wrong. That's the problem. You're saying this is who he is, and you still went around it. We did it already. Know who he is. Feeling that's my dog. Feeling it's gonna be fine. Did it. Everybody's excited. We've got a plan. Hey, Joe, we filming a video on the
Yeah,
oh shit, we doing everything, and then we go to my man, and he like, nah. Like,
nah,
no,
I
no,
can't
hold
get
on.
I was up here just talking and I had myself on mute. As you can see, there's a guest there with Joe Budden podcast, and he was saying, "Hey, if we've already did the video and we got the song together, we spent the money for it for the treatment of the video of the song and everything, and then we call you and you say no, then we're gonna go ahead and just put the song out." But that's disrespectful too, because why would you do that ass backwards? To me, that's backwards, right? So you're gonna go ahead, take a sample of a song, do a video, a treatment for the song, everything for the song. You haven't even got it cleared yet, but you're putting in all this work for this particular song. And then when the person says no, you just like, well, shoot, they said no, but we're going to go ahead and drop it anyway. Who told you to go through all of those steps to do that? Nobody told you to do that. Why? Why would you do that? Right? So it's like making excuses to drop a song. And I get what some people are saying. Like, look, especially if this is an artist that just started out and it's like, man, I got a major feature, but we can't clear the sample. And it could be any, not just Mr. Hotspot, but it could be any of the old school sample, a sample that you have from the old school artists. And they're like, no. Right. And don't get me wrong, a lot of those artists was saying no until somebody started making real good money from the West Coast, because the West Coast was sampling a lot of the old school funk, and they were getting paid, like Roger and Zapp and them was getting paid, and George Clinton and them was getting paid. And so then the sampling got out of control, right? Because then the old school acts wanted to charge an arm and a leg for their sampling when it wasn't cheap in the first place, right? So then people stopped with the sampling or really calmed down with it. Well, this time it was like, hey, this guy, Mr. Hotspot, who was really, well known in the Instagram era, the new Instagram era and everything. And he's since calmed down off of Instagram and social media as a whole. But the songs he has a couple of songs that's kind of fire, right? That they got the trap beat. He's based out of Atlanta, so he's been doing pretty good, whatnot. But where he's at in his life, he doesn't want these songs associated with anything outside of the positive nature that he's bringing. But like I said, this guy that's the guest, I didn't get to get his name. He's the guest for the JBP this week, and he's like, well, shoot, I drop the song in a heartbeat. And it just seems like that's just so wrong. I understand what they're saying from an artist standpoint, especially if it's a new artist standpoint, but why would you still do that if somebody says no? But we're going to continue.
Nah, but listen to this. Nah.
No, but this is the one. I need this one. This is my
Bro, I need this. Nah.
So he's supposed
Drake
to
is on this.
So he's supposed to put aside who
Drake
he
is
is
on
for you.
this.
He's supposed to, yeah.
That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to tuck his
compromise his morals, nigga?
No. I'm supposed to put who you are to the side because of me.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
That nigga sound crazy.
shit, yo.
I have like
You think I'm not putting my Drake record out?
That's
Put
what
it
I'm
out.
saying.
You think I'm not putting my Drake record
All right,
out?
so let me ask you a question.
Because a nigga's Christian now?
He might wake up and
Are
change
you
his mind
shit?
6 months from now.
Are you
If I get
psycho?
Come
How you
on.
think we got that Benny Drake record? If niggas have a Drake record, it's coming out. Give a fuck what Drake or anybody talking about. Yo, don't put that out, big dog. All right,
cool.
All right, cool. Bet.
Oh,
Cool.
someone got me. Someone got
We do that. My hard drive. Because they stole my laptop.
Stay there.
That's the oldest trick
Hold
ever.
on. Stay there.
Stay there.
I'm going to get mad at you. I'm going to get mad at you in a
I'll
second.
put leaks out.
You know who you are. I know
I
who
know
you
what you
are.
about to say. I don't put leaks
I know who you are.
I got him.
So I don't know who this new podcast shit is you talking about.
He's a changed
You
man.
want the leaks too,
He's
nigga.
talking about from a moral standpoint. If that's your man, he actually has to put it out. Or if you respect him, don't put it out. You talking about it's Drake. Don't put out the record because he told you not to put it out.
Look,
Dog, the people running the music business ain't running it off morals. Now as a
And that's the thing. The people who's running the music business is not running it off morals. And that's the problem. I'm still going to do it anyway. And you know what's going to end up happening? Guess what? He's good. He could probably play that song like when they're traveling out and everything and play the song, the sample of the song, and not having to pay because of the simple fact that, hey, forget morals. This was a hot track. And I'm letting everybody hear it because you didn't want to clear it. So, and it's almost like a spiteful thing, like, well, not almost spiteful, it is spiteful. It's you lost all this money because you didn't want to clear this track, but that's disrespectful. So we're going to move on to Rory and Maul podcast. I'm trying to find it in my thing here so we can listen on to that. Let's see.
Clear the sample, and he said no. And Yachty explained that he is now like doing non-secular stuff and is on a righteous path of God and didn't want his song being sampled in a record that's about like super soaking pussy or something.
Which saying he went down like a Christian path is not accurate. Ever since I met HotSpot in 2018, I known him since then. He's always been like that. This isn't like a new wave thing for him. So
Okay.
it's just that's just the lifestyle that he leads. Very clean, very positive, very like God loving, just really like avoids all sex and negativity and all that shit. He's just
So
a very positive.
You can be
person.
all of those things, but somebody can't sample your music.
He just doesn't want his name or like his likeness to be associated with.
Wouldn't nobody even know that was his sample?
Yeah, they do.
No.
It's his
When that
name.
leaked, that was the first thing I saw on the timeline.
Yeah.
Of look what was sampled.
Oh, so people knew that was his song.
Yeah, yeah. Because he makes like very like fun, positive. Like, he has a song called "Smile," and he's like, "We want to see you smile," and it's like this great like bouncy like trap beat, but like it's so positive.
To me, what's fucked up about this, I think, is if they were like negotiating on clearing the sample and couldn't come to terms. Not that I would agree go leak it, but I'd have a little bit more understanding. If somebody flat out says no, I don't want to be sampled on a record like this because of the content, I feel like you have to respect that.
My sentiments exactly. He said no. There was no negotiation. Even if it was a negotiation, he said no. It's still no. Now watch what Maul says.
To then just send it to somebody to leak is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
If somebody tells you that.
Yeah, but listen, man, you're right. If this your song, your music, and you don't want your music in that vein or in that light with those type of lyrics and energy, whatever, I get that, but music is art is made to be sampled. Somebody can draw inspiration from something you created and then put their spin on it and make it their own. Like,
yeah, I mean, no.
That deep? Is it that deep?
Yes.
Yes.
It's very, very deep.
It is.
I don't think
I
it
think
is.
music should be sampled.
I don't think it is.
But
We've
that
sampled-
also means you should also compensate and have a fair deal with the person that you are sampling and taking from. Because
No,
that
I'm not
is part
saying
of their
I'm
art
not
that they
saying
own.
not don't pay the artist that you sample. I'm not, of course, always take care of the artist that you're sampling. I'm saying to be like, nah, because you know, like my life is like this is what I'm on, and I don't want my music. It's like,
yeah, but if it goes against your values and you don't want to put yourself into something that doesn't mesh well with what you believe in,
yeah,
like we've seen even on a level like when Trump, not to do the whole political thing, but like when Trump or other politicians come out to songs by artists at a rally, and the artist will post a statement like, "Yo, I don't fuck with this. I don't endorse this guy. Like, I don't care that he used my song. It's still fuck him." Like, artists feel a way to even comment.
I think that's different though, because once you put out music to the world, you can't.
No, yeah, but I'm saying it's a similar thing. It's like I don't want to be associated with something I don't fuck with. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the whole. It's the artist is still feeling like vindicated enough to make a statement about something because their art is attached to someone or a being or a following or a belief.
I'm talking about Yachty and Drake, bro.
But it's the songs about that
See,
they're so big where it's like, hey, you pay me, and I also.
Oh, sorry about that. See, there we go. It's that what
So
did
then
Mar
just
just
send it
say?
to somebody to leak.
But it's Yachty and Drake though. So sorry about that, by the way, by messing up. But see, that's the problem. Even though, and this isn't just about Yachty and Drake. It's anybody, regardless of who it is. If the person who created the art says no, you should value the person's response, which is no. And in this case, Mr. HotSpot said that he does not want his sample, the song that he created, Goodness Gracious, to be sampled. He did not clear it. So, but even then, guess what Maul, and Maul has been a little funny here, acting a little funny here lately, but that's a whole different story. But Maul is like, who cares? It's the biggest person in the world that wants to sample your song. But again, he doesn't care. If that person is not on that type of time, they could care less about who is the biggest artist on what. That's not what they want. They want their art to be for them. Regardless if they make money or not, they don't care. And Mr. Hotspot, we've all known from the earlier years, he was always on the internet. And this song, I think this song is about 2, maybe 3 years old. But regardless of the fact, he said no. So let's continue.
Is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
If somebody tells you that.
Yeah, but listen.
We do have to go back a little bit because I lost my place on here, so I don't want to go too far ahead.
No, yeah, but I'm saying it's a similar thing. It's like I don't want to be associated with something I don't fuck with. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the whole. It's the artist is still feeling like vindicated enough to make a statement about something because their art is attached to someone or a being or a following or a belief.
I'm talking about Yachty and Drake, bro.
But it's the songs about super soaking sex. Like that's if you know him, that's not his thing at all.
Would you be upset if Kirk Franklin didn't want Sexy Red to sample one of his songs?
Would I be upset?
Now, would you be okay? Would you be having the same argument if Kirk Franklin didn't want Sexy Red to sample one of his songs?
Yeah, I would think it's weird.
Now, see, that's a damn lie. Because when you think about it, Kirk Franklin is a Christian, he's in gospel music. And Sexy Red, she's about twerk rap and everything. Why would Kirk Franklin, who made, gospel music, and I'm just talking straight up gospel music now, would want, I don't know, Sexy Red doing stomp, but a whole different type of way. You know what I mean? Like, let's do Suki, right? Sukihana, right? You really think that that's what Kirk Franklin would really want? I mean, that's just common sense. No.
Like if she
You
tried
would
to
think
flip,
that
do you
that's
want a
weird.
revolution and do you want a hoevution? You think that'd be cool?
It's been done before.
With permission though.
Yeah,
and if Kurt
always
Franklin
get,
said
always
no,
get,
and then
always
Sexy
get
Red,
permission. I'm saying I think it's weird when the artist be like, nah, because that's not my lifestyle is this, and I don't really talk. You're not talking on the record about anything. I'm talking on the record.
Yeah,
like,
but
you're
my
not
art
saying
that you
anything.
need permission to use, so I have the right to say what can go on it and what can't.
And then when you get into the whole, so okay, so he's this religious guy, God-fearing man. Respect all of that.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's kind of like. So you're saying you're above like Drake and Yachty because you're this. You don't talk about this like.
It's not
I don't
being
think
above. I don't.
See,
Pay
to
me
me,
before I
that's
even do it
stupid.
because I probably don't know you.
Gotcha.
But you.
See that to me, that's stupid because he's saying, "Well, yeah, you're this God fearing man, but I mean, so what? Now you're above Drake and Yachty, and the team is like, Drake and Yachty don't have shit to do with this. If this man said he's a God fearing man and he doesn't want his art associated with whoever the song is attached to, he's saying no, and because he's walking in a certain path." Who are you to tell him? Well, because you walking with a certain path, but this is Drake and Yachty, or this is Beyonce though. Like I'm supposed to compromise my faith because of a person. It sounds so stupid. But I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, you let us know in our poll, because we have a poll right there in the live chat that asks, should Mr. Hotspot clear the sample? Yes or no? What say you?
I don't really talk. You're not talking on the record about anything. I'm talking on the record.
Yeah,
like
but
you're
my
not
art
saying
that you
anything.
need permission to use, so I have the right to say what can go on it and what can't.
And then when you get into the whole, so okay, so he's this religious guy, God-fearing man. Respect all of that.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's kind of like. So you're saying you're above like Drake and Yachty because you're this. You don't talk about this like.
It's not
I don't
being
think
above. I don't.
I'm just saying because of your faith in your religion.
I
Like,
think a lot of religious people act that way, but
He
I don't
never
think
said
that's
that.
what he's getting at.
Yeah, he's not like that at all.
I created my art, and into my art, I injected my soul and my spirit, and I don't want this art that I created to be used for something that a lifestyle that I don't agree with. It doesn't mean that your lifestyle is better or worse than mine, but this is a lifestyle that I don't agree with. Since it's Drake and Yachty and they're so talented,
So
go get
what was they talking about that he don't like pussy? So this gentleman doesn't like pussy?
What?
That's not what that means.
Only pussy that he would be married to, and then he can enjoy it.
Here's the.
So, all right, you like pussy too, nigga?
like,
It's
here,
Super
look,
Soaker
what the fuck we
just
talking
for
about?
the nuclear family.
Just a little bit. Here's the original record. It's called Goodness Gracious.
Great song example.
So when you smile, you show that goodness gracious. It's literally talking about someone's smile, and then they're like super soaked, wet pussy, goodness. Like that's just not what he's trying to say.
Him.
Yeah, like he's just not putting out that message.
We've also seen it reversed. If you remember when Donda came out, Life of the Party featuring Andre 3000 wasn't on the original because Kanye was censoring all the curses on Donda. And 3 Stacks didn't want to clear his verse because he wanted his verse to be portrayed in a certain way. You're not going to bleep the curses in my song, so I'm not going to clear it. Did he not have the right to do that?
That's totally.
That's
different.
Kanye West. Like
That's totally different, though. That's totally.
I don't think he's above Kanye West. I think he's like, yo, this is how I put this verse together. This is how I want to present it to the world. If you're going to change that, then sorry, I'm not going to clear my vocals.
Yeah, but it's different in that aspect of what you're talking about because now you're taking words that I'm saying and you're cutting it out, and it's like, okay, but why are you editing my?
Now you're taking my beat and flipping it to talk about a subject matter that I don't agree with.
I'm taking your beat. I'm taking a beat.
Some people speak through their instrumentals.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm taking sound and I'm flipping it. Like, this is what hip hop was built on.
Remember the DJ that ended racism? He was speaking with music. It was the beats that
I have a
racism.
dream.
I just think dudes do shit like that sometimes, and it's like, it ain't that deep, bro. Like, it's not that. Like, cut it out, man. It's not that deep. Because they talking about pussy. Like, it's like, nah, I don't want to. You like pussy too, nigga. When it come out in a few years that your DMs leak, nigga, we gonna know more about you too. I hate when these niggas act like they holier than now, and they like,
There's
cut
no
this
way
shit,
a
bro.
church going man would have a creepy
Get
past.
the fuck out of here with this shit, man. Cut it out, man, with that shit. Just say you ain't want them to take it.
I see what you're saying, but he has every right to say
It's his song. He got every right to do whatever the fuck he want to do. But I'm just saying, I think that's like, it ain't that deep, bro. It's not that deep.
I did find it.
I just want to let everybody know we do copyright strikes all the time, but people.
This is a good point that Damaris is about to bring up. And notice when she brings up this point, Maul is silent.
Using our content for shit.
Yeah, but it's only people that be saying fuck shit.
But that's again, that's different though.
Why? They had the freedom to say fuck shit. You say fuck shit. What's the difference?
I own the material that you're using.
He owns that song.
Exactly.
We're agreeing with each other.
I wasn't.
Okay.
You're not the person I was bringing that point to.
But I did find it odd that Yachty like admitted this. That's a crazy thing. As an artist to say that, like to your artist community, that could come across very fucking offensive. Like that's nuts. You're an artist. You know what that would be like if somebody took a Yachty song without permission. And you know Yachty's very particular about everything. Imagine someone just took his record and flipped it and did some corny shit that he didn't agree with.
Yeah, but
Yachty be like, yo, why is my voice on this corny shit? He'd be pissed. So as an artist to say that with such confidence, I found it just a little odd.
Wait, what do you mean?
Okay. All right. So that was just a points from the Joe Button podcast, New Moraine Mall and Flagrant. And just wanted to get everybody's perspective on that. You see that they, everybody's coming from a different angle, but I really don't like the what's the right word I want to use? Not I guess self-righteousness of it, because they're trying to put it like, well, Mr. HotSpot should do it because of the biggest artist, because you're not a big artist, so you should do it. Whereas I don't like that. Again, that's his song. And you should, if he doesn't want you to do it, then you shouldn't do it. But, I guess everybody has a goalpost depending on what it's about. But what we wanted to do was wrap up with his actual whole song, because it is a whole song that he created, Mr. Hotspot did, and it is called Goodness Gracious. I'm going to see how it plays, because I know on my end, there was a couple of spots here and there that seemed like it was lagging. So I'm going to try to bring it up. And while I'm doing that, we're going to go for this ad again with Chester Interactive Medical Coding. If you're interested in becoming a medical coder, they help you through their course to get ready to be certified through the AAPC, and that's a national coding organization. You could check them out. Okay, we're going to start the song. And again, you can find this on YouTube. After I close out, I'll be sure to put the description down so you can go directly to his channel so he can get the views and everything, so he can get the monies from his song that he made. Okay?
Love it when you smile, you're showing goodness, graciousness, gracious. Ooh. Love it when you smile because it's goodness, gracious.
Retro.
Gracious. Ooh. Love it when you smile, you're showing goodness, graciousness, gracious. Ooh. Love it when you smile because it's goodness, gracious. Gracious. Ooh. Goodness, gracious is the actions from above. Love is the love. Smile is your smile. Please let us show teeth for a while. Love when you show love. Please let's do that here now. Love when we connect. Goodness gracious is your smile. Love it what your actions do. Love it what your actions do. You smile like how you supposed to do. Love it that your gracious love to talk to you. Intellectual and encouraging too. Your love is special, and it came from above. Your actions is loving, and it came from above. Goodness gracious, and it came from above. Love it when you smile, you're showing goodness, graciousness, gracious. Ooh. Love it when you smile because it's goodness, gracious, gracious. Ooh. Love it when you smile, you're showing goodness, graciousness, gracious. Ooh. Love it when you smile because it's goodness, gracious, gracious. Ooh.
All right, that's his song, and it's actually a really nice song. So that's all we have for tonight. I may come live again tomorrow because we got to talk about some battle rap cards that has been pushing out, and I actually think I must have missed one event already because it seemed like there was some activity as far as who won. I believe Eunice, and I forgot who it was that was his contender today, and people are saying that Eunice did a good job. So I need to get back. I was busy all day, but there's some cards that's coming up. URL got a card coming up. The Trenches got a card coming up. So we'll discuss who will be battling for these upcoming cards. Full Circle, also from RBE, also have a card coming up that's later in August. So we got a lot to talk about tomorrow as far as who do you think who you think will win. And each card has a lot of good battles. So we'll check that out tomorrow. With that, I bid you adieu. Thank you for taking your time out. Make sure you do the poll. Let us know. Also, like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like to give a little bit of the Ching Ching Cash App, our Cash App is on the screen. Thank you for bearing with us a little bit more, getting familiar with how to work out this StreamYard and what have you. But thanks again. You have a wonderful, wonderful evening, early morning, or such. Bye.